Namaskar viewers and welcome to our today's episode. Today we are going to talk about the vermicompost production. Vermicompost is derived from the decomposition of the organic matter by the earthworm. Vermicompost is rich in essential plant nutrients and beneficial organisms. So let's learn about the right way to make it. To know how to make it, today we are joined by Dr. Joymati Chanu, Scientist Soil Science at ICAR NEH region Umiam. She will guide us on how to make vermicompost. Welcome ma'am to the podcast.
Thank you, Chitra. It's a pleasure being here.
So ma'am, as we know, vermicompost is a very important component of organic agriculture. And I don't think that without vermicompost, we can proceed any practice in the organic agriculture. So would you like to tell our viewers firstly about what should we keep in mind while selecting of the site for the vermicompost production?
Okay, Chitra. Like first, vermicomposting can be produced in any area,
Okay,
like where there is shade and cool and humid place, and the place should have proper drainage system.
Okay.
Okay, and the area should be protected from direct sunlight and heavy rainfall.
Okay ma'am. So now ma'am, we have selected the site for the vermicompost production. So we will also require materials for the production of vermicompost. So can you specify which materials are required?
Okay, Chitra. So for producing vermicompost, we need organic waste first.
Okay, ma'am.
Then container or pit where vermicomposting is to be carried out.
Okay ma'am.
Then cow dung.
Okay ma'am.
This is also an important component. Then earthworm.
Yes, ma'am.
Then materials for covering the vermi bed and water source.
Okay ma'am. So now ma'am, can you explain in detail the material required in the vermicompost production?
Okay, Chitra. About the organic waste, like whatever waste material you got from your agricultural field, like crop residues, wheat biomass, then vegetable waste,
Yes ma'am.
and like kitchen waste also we can use. And regarding container and pit, like brick line pit or cement tank, silpoline bag, or simple like wooden box or plastic box, we can use it, but there should be hole at the bottom so that proper drainage should be there. Okay, and regarding earthworms, surface feeder like Icenia fotida, then Udrilus eugenia. Okay, they are very efficient for vermicomposting. And regarding materials for covering your vermi bed, we will be requiring jute bag, gunny bag, or even we can use like old clothes also.
Okay ma'am.
Okay, and one most important thing is water source. It is essential for regular supply of water in the vermi bed.
So viewers, this was the information on all the material required for the vermicompost production. And now ma'am, we all would like to know about the main motive of our today's podcast, the vermicompost production. So what is the step-by-step production methods which we adopt for the vermicompost production?
Okay, Chitra, before going stepwise procedure, I would like to tell about the methods used in vermicomposting.
Okay ma'am.
Vermicomposting is produced by several methods. Among them, this bed method and pit method are the most commonly followed.
Okay ma'am.
Okay, so in bed method, vermicomposting is produced on a concrete floor. The vermi bed should be made on a concrete floor of dimension 6 by 2 by 2 feet. Okay. And here we should keep in mind that the vermi bed should be made on a concrete floor because the earthworm which we are going to use in the vermicomposting, it may go inside the soil. Then when you water, the dissolved nutrients may go inside the water, inside the floor, inside the soil, along with the water you are applying. Okay, and coming to the stepwise procedure, first of all we have to collect the organic waste.
Yes ma'am.
Okay, then we have to remove the unwanted materials like polythene, then metal, then ceramic materials, which are not decomposable. Then second most important thing is that earthworm cannot be directly feeded with that raw material, so we have to do pre-digestion of that organic waste, and pre-digestion is done by keeping or dumping. Okay. And while making the keeping or dumping, we have to mix the organic waste with cow dung. And here we have to keep one thing in mind: the cow dung which we are going to use should be of 15 to 20 days old. The reason behind this is that if we use raw cow dung, then it may generate lots of heat during decomposition, which is not favorable for the earthworm.
Okay, ma'am.
Okay, then pre-digestion, after pre-digestion, then we can start making vermi bed. Okay, then in making vermi bed, we have to make a this one 15 to 20 centimeter layer, okay, of chopped materials. Then after making that bedding vermi bed bedding material, then above that second layer you can put the pre-digested organic waste.
Okay, ma'am.
Okay, and the raw materials should be a quantity of 1.5 to 2 quintal. Okay, and while making that second layer, you can mix FOM.
Okay.
And after that you can release earthworm, and earthworm can be released at the rate of 900 to 1000 per volume of the bed. Okay, so that your vermicomposting process will be efficient. Okay, and after release of the earthworm, you have to sprinkle water immediately. And the critical thing in vermicomposting is to keep the moisture content accurate, like 50 to 60% moisture content you have to maintain during the process of vermicomposting, and it can be achieved by regular sprinkling of water. Okay, and one more important thing is turning. So in bed method, once in a month you can turn one time. Okay, so that there will be proper aeration and decomposition will be fast. Okay, then after 60 to 90 days, like after release of the earthworm, you can see like formation of black granular materials on the like surface of the bed. Like, okay, this is the indicator like your vermicompost is mature. Okay, and here the turnover rate of compost is 75% of the raw material you use it. Okay,
Ma'am. Ma'am, that's very beautifully said. And I hope our viewers have no doubt in it. So after bed method, I'm sure my viewers would like to know about the other commonly used method, which is pit method. So ma'am, can you tell us about how it can be done?
Okay, Chitra. In pit method, vermicomposting is usually done in cement pit, or nowadays in low cost people are doing in silpoline bag also.
Okay, ma'am.
And they can simply do in simple wooden box or plastic box, as I told before also, like there should be some drainage hole at the bottom for proper drainage system. And in case of cement tank or pit, the dimension of the pit should be 10 by 4 by 2 feet. And here I want to mention one point which is very important. Here the land and breadth can be increased or decreased according to the availability of the raw material and size of the room.
Okay, ma'am.
Where vermicomposting is being processed.
Okay.
But the depth should not be more than 2 feet, because the earthworm activity is confined up to 2 feet only.
Okay, ma'am.
Okay. Then after this, like after that same process only, like bed method,
Yes,
it will be like collection of raw materials.
Okay, ma'am.
Okay, including your organic waste, then like your farm waste or vegetable waste, whatever. Then cow dung also,
Yes, ma'am.
and it should be, as I told before, it should be of 20 to 25 days old.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, then pre-digestion can be done outside the pit or inside the pit also. And
Okay.
here I'm going to explain, like if you are going to do that pre-digestion in the same pit itself, then the following steps you have to keep in mind, like while filling up the pit. First layer, it should be of 1 inch thick of any soft material like dried leaves or straw. Okay. Then after, in second layer, you can follow with 9 inch thick of this one finely chopped materials of your organic waste. And finely chopped means in the sense like it can be up to the length of 2 to 3 inch. Then the third layer, you can follow up with this one cow dung and cow dung slurry by taking equivalent amount of cow dung and water and properly making into slurry and sprinkle above the first layer. Then you have to follow this second and third step alternatively until the pit is filled. Okay, then once the pit is filled, then you have to keep it for partially decomposition, like for about 2 to 3 weeks. Okay, and in order to make proper the decomposition, in between you can turn the raw materials 10 to 15 days, after 10, in between 10 to 15 days, and you can sprinkle water as like you have to keep the material moist as per your requirement or as per the condition of the environment.
Okay,
Like alternate day or once in a week or twice in a week. It depends on the environmental condition. Then then we have to keep it for partial decomposition. And after like 20 to 25 days, or you can check whether the material is partially decomposed. Once you confirm that the material are partially decomposed, the raw materials are partially decomposed, then you can release earthworm. Okay, but here before releasing earthworm, same way in bed method I have also told before, like earthworm for easily, like so that earthworm will easily adapt to the new environment. If we add some readily available food, like for example FYM, if we add on the top of the vermi bed before releasing the earthworm, it will provide congenial environment to the earthworm. And we can release earthworm at the rate of, here in pit method, as the raw material we are using will be more than the bed method. The earthworm we can release at the rate of 1000 to 1500 worms per meter cube of the bed volume. Okay. Then here one crucial point in bed method is like you have to maintain proper moisture condition, like 50 to 60 as I told before. Then your temperature also is also a crucial thing which we have to maintain properly. Like here 20 to 30 degrees Celsius we have to maintain. And once can check also, like at the time of decomposition by inserting hand also, if you can feel like lukewarm, which is bearable, then it's like comfortable, like it will be comfortable for the earthworm. Then those things like maintaining moisture content and temperature, it can be achieved by regular sprinkling of water. Okay. Then once you release the earthworm, then like it's optional, but I advise, like if you can turn the raw material, but you have to be very gentle while turning, and you can turn once in a month after releasing of earthworm. You don't have to disturb the bed. Okay. But if you turn once, then it will hasten, and it will hasten the decomposition, and it will give proper aeration also. Okay. And appropriately after 60 to 90 days, when the compost becomes dark, okay, the dark and granular formation is there, and some RD smell is there. Okay. These are the indicators. And one more visual indication is that when the volume of your raw materials has been reduced. This is also one of the visual method for like assessing the maturity of vermicompost here. Then once all those indicators are confirmed, one can go for harvesting of vermicompost. And here, like the turnover rate is same only, 75% of the raw material used. For example, your pit can accommodate 1000 kg of raw materials. Then the vermicompost you will be getting from that pit will be 750 kg of vermicompost.
Oh, so this sounds like a very practical method which farmers can easily adopt. So ma'am, from the method of preparation of the vermicompost, I can conclude that FYM and cow dung are very crucial for its production. So can you tell our viewers about the ratio in which FYM and cow dung can be used?
Yeah, Chitra, you have raised a very good important point. This organic waste and cow dung, it should be maintained at the ratio of 2:1. For example, if you are taking 1000 kg of raw materials, then the cow dung should be of 500 kg. Then you can maintain a good, then you can get a good quality vermicompost.
So once our compost is ready, we have to collect it. But ma'am, before collecting the compost, we have to remove the earthworm from them. So ma'am, what are the methods from which we can remove the earthworm effectively?
Okay, Chitra. Before going for storage or harvesting of the vermicompost, we have to separate the earthworm, as we have to use it for next cycle of vermicompost. Or some people some people prefer to sell the earthworm from that vermicomposting. There are several methods for separation of the earthworm from the vermicompost. But out of them I want to mention 3 methods, that is manual method, screening method, and cow dung bowl method.
Okay.
Manual method, it is suitable for small scale producers.
Okay.
Here, like small scale producers, they can give the already mature vermicompost in a floor, like then they can separate the earthworm by sorting out or by hand picking from that compost itself. That's and then second method is screening. Screening means like here we will be using a screen of mesh size 1/4 inch or 1/8 inch. The vermicompost is kept above that screen. Then above that, like there should be some light source, like your it may be sunlight or a glow light, okay, bulb or something like that. As earthworm doesn't like light and it prefer dark and moist area, so the earthworm will move towards darker side.
Okay.
It will try to skip from that light source, and through that process the earthworm will move through the screen, and it will move downward through some containers which is kept at the bottom of the screen.
Okay.
And likewise the earthworm can be separated. Once you lift the screen, then earthworm will be accumulated in the container downside, which is kept below the screen. Okay. And third method, this is cow dung bowl method. It is the most easiest and efficient method.
Okay, ma'am.
Like cow dung bowl of 3 to 5 kg cow dung bowl, fresh cow dung, you can use it. It can be placed in 5 to 6 places according to the size of your vermi bed or vermi unit. Then like here the cow dung we use, like at mature stage there is no more food for the earthworm, so earthworm will be trying to find some fresh food, or it will move towards the newly added fresh food. Okay, so like here the cow dung is used to trap the earthworm. Okay, whatever earthworm is present in the vermi bed, it will move towards the cow dung.
Okay.
And after 3 or 4 days you can remove the cow dung. Yeah, and one more thing you have to keep in mind is that you have placed the cow dung bowl. Okay, like you have to dig some holes and you have put the cow dung bowl. But here you have to keep one point is that you can like for your understanding, you can put some sticks so that later on you can identify where the cow dung bowl is kept. Then you can take out the cow dung bowl, and for separation of the earthworm from the cow dung bowl, you can put in 1 bucket of water.
Okay.
Then the earthworm will be separated, and the separated cow dung can be used for selling, or it can be used for next cycle of vermicompost. And if that vermicompost is that next cycle of vermicomposting is going to be in that same place, then you can use that cow dung bowl itself in the next unit. Okay, you can keep over that halfly or partially decomposed vermicompost unit which you have already prepared it. That's all.
So this means that right method of harvesting can make the harvesting of earthworm quick and stress-free.
Yeah.
So ma'am, once vermicompost is ready, how should farmers store it to keep it fresh and effective?
Okay, Citra, like after separation of the worm, like before storing, we have to like dry it, like to attain a favorable moisture content.
Yes, ma'am.
For that, we have to spread it in a set area, and we have to dry it. And if required, according to the requirement, farmers can save it also for selling. Some people prefer SIP one, fine vermicompost. Some people prefer. So according to the requirement and according to the purpose, they can go for saving. Okay, and or otherwise for field application, they can directly apply to the field. And if you are going to store it for a long time, then you have to store it in a dark and cold place.
Okay, ma'am.
Okay, and it should be protected from direct sunlight. Okay, then like in order to maintain proper moisture content, packaging should be done at the time of selling only.
Okay, ma'am.
And you can store it for 1 year without losing the quality of the vermicompost if you maintain the moisture content of the compost like 50 to 60%.
Okay, ma'am. Dear viewers, this was the excellent information for all of you on the preparation of vermicompost. I hope you will prepare this vermicompost in your farm and will apply this in your day-to-day agriculture activity. This vermicompost enhances your soil fertility, improves your soil structure, water holding capacity, and also give you a good harvest of the crop. Thank you, ma'am, for your valuable time and sharing this wonderful information for all of us. Till the next time we meet, keep following the good agriculture practices. Thank you.
Thank you.